Welcome back to the Take a Sip podcast. My name is Tito.
And I'm Leche.
And as always, Leche, what are you sipping on this morning for this episode?
I am drinking an iced coffee that I made here at home, which is oddly enough because I put it inside a Starbucks for this day. But I made my iced coffee. I swear I didn't buy it. How about you?
Same here. Homemade iced coffee, as always. Gotta save the money from always ordering. Anyway.
Yeah, I hear that for sure too.
And saving the planet with our metal straws, as I see you drinking from your metal straw.
You gotta, dude.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. And it's not that bad. Like, it helps keep the stuff cold too if it's like a cold straw.
It's nice, yeah. It's really nice.
Well, as people know of my excruciating hunger that comes with these morning episodes by now as well, I'm going to start off with a little bit of food news. I know, Leche, you questioned why I put this on here, but it will make a little bit more sense as I speak about it. So recently, especially recently with Taco Bell, like taking off so many items from their food menu, like they've taken off like the Mexican pizza. I know the potatoes were supposed to be gone, but that was an uproar that came back. And that's not the first time any restaurant has done something like that. For instance, even Taco Bell, McDonald's kind of does that stuff too. They have their seasonal stuff where they rotate their food items in and out, like their McRib and stuff, or the Shamrock Shake. Yep. But those are seasonal annual items. The snack wrap was an item that there was kind of a little uproar depending on how much McDonald's you actually eat. I am known in my family for eating a shit ton of McDonald's, unfortunately. But snack wraps used to be my thing, both the grilled and the crispy. And when that was taken off the menu, there was definitely a little bit of uproar from people who ate there regularly. I was one of them. I was very unhappy. Because it was an item like I could order on my way home from work, like late at night, from the McDonald's that was near my house.
I feel like a snack wrap was like a treat meal.
It really was. It kind of was.
Like, I think I deserve one bite, right?
And it's not. But it's not as heavy as like getting a full-on double cheeseburger or something. You got me? So apparently it's coming back on May 15th, which is a Sunday. Weirdly, a Sunday? No, it's a Saturday. It's a Saturday. No. I lied. It's a Sunday.
It's one of those days.
It's a Sunday. It's starting back up on May 15th on a Sunday. So if you were a big fan of snack wraps, like I am, that's something to look forward to. I know it's not really game related or anything, but
I know it got you excited.
It really got me excited. A little bit of nostalgia came back into the news for me.
No, those things were very popular, honestly. Yeah. Back when we used to, like, I want to say almost like 8 years ago.
Yeah, about
7 years ago. And they, randomly just took it out. They're like, we're not selling it anymore. Like, all right, I guess.
Yes, but I mean,
like I said, it's a treat meal, dude. Honestly, it's like one of those things, like quick grab to go type of thing. You get me?
Yeah.
So you're waiting for a bus and you got like 15 minutes to spare. You go and grab one of these bad boys. And
jump right into the McDonald's right next to the bus stop.
Yeah, literally. Just fucking go,
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
And they're easy to eat and like unwrap on like a full fucking burger where you have to like manhandle it. Yeah, I mean, this is like a tube sometimes. Yeah. But back to the real news that a lot of you guys are here for. To start off, Apex Legends is opening up for their pre-registrations to be able to be a mobile game. So the same way how Dead by Daylight has now become mobile and there is that cross-platform play, I believe the same thing is coming for Apex Legends.
Yep.
I'm very interested to see how Apex Legends works as a mobile, because there is so much button clicking and so many like different.
I think it's going to be very bare bones, just like how the Call of Duty mobile is. I think that's how it's going to be.
That's understandable. I get it, but it's like, I don't know, because I feel like in Call of Duty, in any like COD type of Free Fire type of game, FPS, it's once you're in that one-on-one shooting type of game, you keep going one-on-one. You get me? With Apex, it's a little bit different because you could jump, wall climb, slide and shoot at the same time. So seeing how that's going to be with the mobile phone, like I know there's a lot of attachments now as well that you could put your phone as the screen and it becomes almost like a portable Nintendo Switch type of thing. Yeah. Because you have the attachment that connects and you have all your 4 buttons, your full analog sticks and D-pad and back buttons and stuff. So I don't know. This seems a little tricky. If they're already opening up for pre-registration, I'm assuming they have something down, but I'm skeptical to see how it fully plays out.
Like I said, I think it's just gonna, because let's see, they used to have Fortnite back in mobile, remember, as well.
Oh, that's right.
And it worked pretty fucking well, dude. And it was cross-platform and everything.
That's right. Well. Yeah.
So they probably used a similar engine or pretty much the same engine, ripped it off of that bullshit and just put it onto this. Pretty much the same premise, because in Fortnite they had building as well and all that stuff, you know, and they had also like running and like gliding down and stuff like that. Pretty much Apex, all they had to do instead of building, literally just wall running and shit like that.
That's true.
And use your ability spam and shit. So it's like,
that's the other aspect I was missing, the abilities.
Like exactly. So I don't think there's anything, you know, they haven't seen, the industry hasn't seen before. But at the same time, it's nice, you know, Apex to go, honestly. Yeah. It was nice for these other games too, and they worked out for them. So I don't see why this wouldn't work for them. Right? Just another step into getting into that mobile cash game.
Exactly. I'm like I said, I'm just interested to see how it works, especially for people who already have their accounts. Are they going to be able to transfer all their skins? Yeah, and I know they have the cross save type of thing. Yeah.
I wouldn't think so, because I'm pretty sure you would have to sign in to your like EA account or whatever it may be to access, you know, your account. Pretty much how Fortnite, you had to have your Epic game login if you wanted to go from platform to platform and shit like that. Just like how we have for like Destiny, right? Like you sign in particular and you do your cross save online first. Like make sure how you put your, like what systems you're going to be using that account on, and then you can freely go account to account or system to system. Sorry, after that. So that's what I think they might do.
Hopefully.
Which is the safest bet. So.
Yeah, because then whoever's spending all that money again trying to open up all those loot crates again just for their skins. Show. Not even the skins. What is it? Their main... They each have like their melee weapon.
I forgot what they're called.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not very familiar with Apex like that.
Yeah. But the same way you spoke about engines a little bit, I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead on what we thought we were gonna talk about. So Take-Two is a game developing company. They're currently, the most current game that we spoke about from them is The Quarry, which was the Until Dawn-esque type of game, which they do really good with getting like real life actors and modeling them for their characters in the game, the different options and stuff. Like we said, they should be working with Unreal Engine 5.
Yep.
5, right?
Yeah.
To bring these games to life and really like it's supposed to be like the whole new next step for these next gen systems and games that we're supposed to be getting in the near future. The reason I'm talking about that is because recently an entire list came out about Take-Two and a lot of the games they are developing. The Quarry, like I said, was one of them. Marvel's Midnight Suns, Kerbal Space Program 2, Tales of the Borderlands 2, and even like 2K NFL arcade game. And sports game, 2K different sports games. But the one that really caught my attention, and Leche, when he saw this article, realized why I put this article here as well. Bioshock 4 is also on this list. Last time we heard anything from a Bioshock game possibly being developed was back in 2019. Where it was announced they were working on something, but it was still very far from any sort of first pictures or some sort of storyline coming about until this list came out very recently. The reason I also bring this up is because with Bioshock, it takes things from not kind of like historical events in a way, but does their own weird flair on them.
It perverts them pretty much into like, what if we did that one particular thing and went 100% in it? You get me?
Yes. And again, it's like, it's a great concept for a game in any way. Like, that is why I completely enjoy it. It brings different eras from what we've seen from Bioshock 1 and 2 to Infinite. Those are two completely different eras. I'm sorry?
I said, is it though? Because, no, kidding, it is. Let's just stop there before we get ahead of ourselves.
But there's always the same little things. There's always a lighthouse, the girl, and the guardian, we could call it. The guardian being the big daddy or the songbird. And this is interesting because, like, okay, we've done underwater, we've done in the air. And I'm pretty sure we spoke about this last time as well, that we spoke about any sort of Bioshock game. It's like, what's the next logical step?
Space. Okay.
It could be space. It could be an underground terrain sort of thing.
Nuts too. Those are the only two places left that I can see.
Well, there's a little video in here attached to the link. It's on the IGN website, where they do talk about what if they just like go off the grid, quote unquote, where they're still on land. It's just, how it's a lot of those houses that you built the houses, but with the area still attached. Like, you're not breaking down any trees. You're not building over a waterfall. Like, you build the house into these areas.
Within like the mountain itself.
Yes.
Like that. Like, yeah, you're not really destroying anything, but you're like adapting into the environment pretty much.
Exactly. Yeah. So what if it's something like that?
That would be pretty dope too. Yeah.
And we've seen
can see that happen like a mountain thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And we've seen like in Bioshock, people go get addicted to Eve and they just go crazy.
Figures as well for the other thing.
And exactly. And Infinite as well, where they are a little bit more controlled, but you see
they're under political rule.
Exactly.
In which is weird. That's what I'm saying. So like the first one, this is how I see Bioshock, right? Is the first place, Rapture, was a lawless place, a place with no law.
But it was just man. And
then Infinite is where it almost like a dictatorship, pretty much, where it was under political rule. Like they were under siege, under a fist, pretty much, of Comstock.
Religious political rule.
Exactly. Yes. So it's like, damn, bro. It's kind of deep in that sense. So like literally two different things, literally completely opposite. Mm-hmm. So where do you go off of that, right?
Exactly.
That's how I see it. Like, man, so So good.
And the only thing I see it as well, like if they do go this route of being a society within the woods and building with the environment, right? It would be almost like, how can I put this? So you know what Pandora is? Pandora is kind of like the expected world where everyone is at peace.
Utopia, but like
utopia. I think that's what I wanted to say.
Like
a utopia.
A utopian place.
A utopian
like
society.
Each of these places thought they were utopia.
Yes.
And I think that's the, what is it? What's the word I'm thinking of? The ironic thing, right?
Yes.
Like the irony of it. They all think they were utopias within themselves.
Yes.
But so then maybe that is the whole premise, right?
Yeah.
So maybe we're going to see another quote unquote utopian place and just go into it.
And at this point, because they are such in the wild and stuff, depending on what sort of abilities and drinks that we have to like inject or drink within in this world, it could almost be, instead of like, as we've seen these people go drug addicted or just politically crazy, it could almost be like we might revert back to our old primitive selves. Exactly. Yeah. So
I see that, like, if they do like forest or mountain stuff like that, I could see like the new, like the new powers being like magical things, like mystical bullshit. You get me?
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, like runes, stuff like that. Like, like you're getting your powers through little fucking pebbles and stuff. Like that.
And we've had like the big daddy. We've had the songbird. In this world, it could possibly be like a Wendigo or like a beast bear or wolfman.
Yeah,
type of like robot creature thing.
Or they could literally throw us, like I said, into space, and then who the fuck knows from there, bro?
Oh, that's a whole other thing too. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah, because the whole thing is like, can we build a society on the moon? And they actually apply that into the game.
Like very futuristic, like literally a fucking 180. Like all of this old timey stuff, and then out of nowhere, it fucking turned into like Dead Space. You get me?
Well, you see, that's the whole. That's also the thing too. Nuts. It's like it's old timey, but how do you create an underwater city called Rapture?
That's true.
A city in the sky as like, Columbia, and it's still very old timey. You get me?
Yeah, it's like, oh, David, you're right. Yeah. Who knows, man?
And it's this is why I love Bioshock so much, because the different routes, the different things that could be taken into place with it. And this is why I'm such a sci-fi nerd that like, look at just the past few minutes of us just talking, every single different thing we could have just mentioned.
A possibility.
Yes. And that's just how my mind rolls at this point.
That's the nice thing about them making a sequel to Bioshock instead of like a remake, how they are for Dead Space. Mm-hmm. So for Dead Space, unfortunately, we know exactly what's going to happen. We're literally just seeing the visual aspect
get updated. Yes.
But don't get me wrong. That's nice. That is nice and all. It would have been doper if they made like a whole new fucking game. You get me?
Yes.
Like literally same character, same premise, just different environment completely. You get me?
But that's the thing too. It's also going to have a way to connect with what we know from Infinite and 1 and 2. Because
it could be an off tangent game, dude, too. It could be as well.
It could be. We never know, because last we saw was Elizabeth opening up that rift and she was sticking her hand into Paris to get a cup of coffee or something.
Yeah, and you see, that's what I'm talking about. Since the way they left off Infinite, it's like very ambiguous, because there is fucking people with powers. That means there is time manipulation. So there's literally like, they can go anywhere. That's the almost the shitty part about it.
Yes.
Because they left it so fucking vague, so freaking big, that you can't narrow down where the fuck they're going.
No.
At least for the first game, the ending of the first game, we're either going to be in Rapture or we're going to be up in Shores. You get me?
Yes.
Like from there. And then the ending of the second one, since we saved the little girls, we're out of the water. Finally,
yes.
Right. And that's where we led up to the third one.
even still after that, we see if you take the good route, saving the little sisters, you see that you end up the ending scene of it. Spoilers if you haven't played the game. You're in your hospital bed, and all the little sisters' hands come over yours.
Yeah,
because you're on your deathbed. Exactly, yeah. They stayed as your daughters.
You were their daddy.
Well,
no, technically, not technically. Actuality, you were the big daddy that saved
us. Yes, that's true. And yes, and even with Infinite as well, we saw the multitudes of Elizabeths dealing with the same thing. Elizabeths being the little sisters, technically just in a different world.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just excited. That was really my point to this.
Yeah. I mean, there's another point for Take-Two's thing. So they detail right now, like for GTA 6 was on their list since they're one of the developers helping Rockstar make freaking GTA 6. So they put it under the roster that they're working on it.
Yes.
So they gave us not a time frame, but like a vague picture of when it's coming. So I think they said here that they're aiming or targeting for 2024 to 2025. Yes. And I kind of knew that too already. Like making a game, how the fuck are they gonna up themselves from GTA 5, bro? That is the biggest concern in my opinion, dude. Like it is already, that game is too big. There was no way that game was gonna fail. You get me?
Yes.
There's no fucking way.
No.
Same thing with GTA 6. There's no way in God's hell that game is gonna fail, because I think every GTA from Vice City has always fucking been critically acclaimed.
Yes.
So there's no way that that game is gonna fail. You get me?
Yeah.
And that's why it takes so freaking long. You get me? And it's so vast, so dense of a world. So it's like, yeah, I can't wait.
I feel like what they're trying to do with GTA 6 though is they're trying to take GTA 5 and make it
bigger, add more to the world.
That's always the thing. Make it bigger, make it better. But I'm saying like capacity wise, already think about how much memory storage you need to be able to play GTA 5 on an Xbox One.
They're trying to condense the game.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But keep everything still there.
Exactly.
So they can pile up more shit on top of it.
So that's what I feel like they're trying to do with 6, to take their time and look at that all in place. So we're not dealing with another GTA 5 situation.
So what I think they're also going to, maybe why it's taking a little bit longer as well. I mean, of course, this game's already a fucking decade old. Next year it turns a decade old, GTA 5. But they made so much money when it first released. I mean, they made what, $2 billion within like the first week of it selling. So it was like the biggest grossing game of all time.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it is, yeah.
On top of that, because they made so much money, there was free content, dude, for the last 10 years, dude, last 9 years now. There has been every couple of months, there's always a fucking DLC drop.
Yeah.
All free too, which is ridiculous in my opinion. That's when you know a game they literally did it. You get me?
Yeah.
What that is whatever you think think like success is, because in my opinion, like making a game have this longevity, let it keep going, have a somewhat happy community. And and them still playing it daily or religiously, that is literally the biggest aim as a developer or a company you would want for your franchise.
Yeah. And on top of just all those DLCs that they're consistently adding, they're also partnered with Twitch. So there's also those weird little gifts that if you have a Twitch account, you could like get a few extra bucks or with Amazon Prime and stuff, get those few extra bucks or get this new skin decal for your car or your vehicle or something, or get this awesome swaggy chair for your home or whatever they do now. Because at this point, I think that's the only thing they're leaving out: home decorations.
No, they have that.
Do they have that?
Yeah, they have.
I know you could personalize like your house, but I never knew like you could have this chair or this chair.
Oh, I don't know if it's that.
That details. Okay.
That's because that is insane detail. I think GTA 6 is literally going to hit that capacity.
Yeah.
And also, on top of that, I think they might be doing it in that new Unreal Engine too. I think they were waiting for it to be
done. I think all of these games that we mentioned are supposed to be part of Unreal Engine 5.
Which is awesome. I really hope they really are using and abusing that shit because it is deserved.
I hope everyone uses it and abuses it. But yeah.
Crazy, dude. Yeah. So much shit, dude, just on that little tidbit that we got from freaking IGN, dude. From what's the company called?
Take Two.
Take Two, yeah.
But moving on from that, The Batman. Apparently it did so well. I still haven't watched it, unfortunately.
Neither have I.
I'm behind on film.
It's funny because it's on HBO and I still haven't seen it.
Really? Oh, gosh. But yes, it did so well that it is getting a sequel. We're going to get Bat-Pat and Catwoman, Zoe Kravitz back for a second Batman film. Title obviously still pending.
Works, yeah.
Yes, and I bet obviously even the script is probably still just barely getting started to get worked on. But yes, even with the whole big screen COVID-19 pandemic type of situations that we've had with past films over the past few years, the Batman did so well that it, even for first day box offices, and even still till today, people are still going out watching it or ordering it, or with HBO, however you want to say it, that it warranted for a sequel.
Yeah, I think I've heard nothing but good shit about this movie, honestly. Mm-hmm. And then supposedly that extra deleted scene from the Joker, I saw that part. I was like, wow, I hope we actually see that Joker like in the movie because, dude, that acting is top tier, bro. 100%, dude.
Yeah.
It's like Batman going into prison, into Arkham, asking him questions specifically about, I think, the case that he was doing.
Probably.
But, bro, it's like, it is sadistic. It is fucking nuts, dude. It is fucking good. I definitely recommend it. If you haven't seen that deleted scene, that sold me on like, I want to see this movie. You get me?
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, wow, dude, the acting's that good, huh? Shit.
Yeah. Matt Reeves is returning to write and direct the film, so he will also be in charge of the next film. So he was the one that confirmed it. He obviously knows what is already in the books. And he was the one who also confirmed Robert Pattinson is going to reprise his role as the Caped Crusader. And like I said, it did so well in the last, it did 135 million domestically in ticket sales. And I'm pretty sure that's the biggest opening weekend movie in 2022. So the fact that it possibly even beat Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home.
There's more DC fans. I'm telling you, when it comes to Marvel versus DC, I think the two biggest heavy hitters for DC is anything Superman related or
Batman
related. But Batman is probably the number one for people.
Oh, 100%.
DC.
Yeah.
Because he is like the most grounded fucking character because he's the only human within them, honestly.
Yeah.
Or one of the only humans in there because there's a couple.
He's the one non-superpowered human.
No, he's not, because Green Arrow doesn't have any super.
Oh, that's right.
That's what I mean. Like, he's one of the better one. He's one of the better one.
But that's the thing with Green Arrow. There's some sort. How to put this?
There's Robins as well. There's Nightwing. You get me? There's Red Hood. They don't have powers or anything like that.
True. Okay, but what I'm trying to say is like, okay, out of the main Justice League, so including Green Arrow, and let's include Hawkman, Hawkwoman, Martian Manhunter, Zatanna, who pretty much are included in that whole Justice League umbrella. Bruce Wayne is pretty much the one that consistently fights for good, but is still consistently in fear of dying because he knows he's still not underskilled, but like he's prepared for so much, but he knows there's going to come a moment where he won't be prepared.
He won't be prepared, and that's his biggest fear.
And that's his biggest fear. At least with Barry Allen, the Flash. Yes, he is still human, but he knows his speed will save him in a way. And on top of that, Green Arrow, with his past, if you're in the comics or whatever, there's a little bit of sadistic to him. There's something sadistic to him that he kind of doesn't mind putting his life at risk.
Oh, you mean like he's carefree? He's careless.
That's what I mean.
Careless. Yes. He doesn't think through like all the possibilities and outcomes that, you know, like this man's playing checkers while Batman is playing fucking 3D chess. You get me?
Exactly. And that the humanity to Green Arrow pretty much doesn't hit him until Black Canary and having his kids in the future on. You get me? Or even with what's his name? Red Arrow or Artemis.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like once he has somebody else he knows he has to care for and be more realistic, that's where he gets a little bit more human in a way.
Not human. He gets more.
I'm trying
a little bit more careful. He actually plans shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Not human.
Well, listen, it's early. The coffee hasn't hit me. But yes, that's what I'm saying. And that's why Batman is that's why everyone just enjoys Batman. Yes.
Batman's a G.
Yes. And we said it, even Robert Pattinson, like people still always think of him as Edward Cullen from Twilight, but he has definitely grown out if you look at his repertoire of work.
Yeah.
And the man can act. The man can act.
He's a good actor. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, he's a great actor for sure. Without a doubt. He has the acting chops. He had them to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you know, the stigma from those movies really stung him in the ass. You get me?
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So, second film coming soon. How long? How soon? I don't know.
I would guess 2024.
Most likely.
Early 2024 too.
Well, depending on the state of the world and how we move forward from here.
It might be sooner.
Exactly.
It might be sooner. It might be late 2023 then.
Probably.
Yeah.
And speaking of timelines, the great Super Mario Bros. Movie that everyone was so happy to see Chris Pratt be the main voice actor as of now, has been delayed to 2023.
Yeah.
It was supposed to hit theaters in December of this year.
I was going to say, wasn't it supposed to come out this year yet?
Yeah. But now it is set to be released in April of next year. And
a whole year from now.
Early April of next year for North America and late April for Japan.
I mean, I don't know what to think, dude. I mean, like I think we talked about it. That making a movie like this, dude, I don't know if it's gonna work, honestly.
Yeah, because there's no set storyline.
Or it could be, you know, how we thought Sonic wasn't gonna be good. It might be fucking like that. You get me? Like for kids and shit. That I could probably see it too.
True.
It'd be mainly targeted for kids, so there's no real, you know, bad indicator on that end.
True. But the thing is, no, you go.
I was gonna say there's a stigma about fucking around with Mario, though. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why people kind of fucking bashed the first release trailer for Sonic, how bad the character looked.
Well, okay. First of all, Sonic did not look like Sonic.
No, it looked like a fucking weird ass alien cat.
That was Sonic. That wasn't Sonic. That was Sonic.
Sonic, his brother, bro. his unloved brother. Because
yes, but the fact that they got bullied enough to go back and reimagine how Sonic looked,
they actually made him look like the actual.
They made him look good, like actually what he was supposed to look like.
Should have done that from the fucking beginning.
Yes, but the thing with the Sonic films as well, they kind of do follow the games in a way.
Like
it's really weird. The logic of the game, exactly. With Mario, what logic of the game is there besides Peach gets kidnapped by Bowser? You now have to go through 20 different castles to get to Bowser, 20 plus different castles to get to Bowser. Fight Bowser, save the princess.
See, that's the thing.
Where does DK? Because I remember DK was part of that roster.
This movie's an animated movie, right?
I believe so.
Yeah. So, I mean, it could literally just be like that. Simple as that, what you're just saying. They're just in screen. We pretty much saw, if you want to put in perspective, like, the game freaking Mario Odyssey. You know how good that looks? You get me? Like how it's a free world, like a free roaming game and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Pretty much they're going to do that for this fucking movie. But just put a different scenario where they could close it, like open it and close it within a span of whatever hours this movie's going to be. You get me?
Well, you see, that's where I feel like it's going to be what's so hard to do. What you're going to end the film with what? Peach still trapped by Bowser. You got Mario Bros. 2, and it's still the same entire storyline, just in a new world.
I think it's going to be a one-off thing, dude. Depending on how well it does, right? Because if it does well, then they'll do something else, and they have to change the formula after that. You get me? This first one could be generic, like how we just talked about.
Yeah.
Like Peach gets fucking kidnapped, Mario goes and saves her, and that's it. Boom, that's it.
Yeah.
That's literally the basic, bare bones, literally fucking put it under one sentence, right?
Mm-hmm.
But shit. But for a sequel, that would be different, right? That would be completely different. And of course, they're going to throw us, little Easter eggy things throughout the movie, or they could do completely different, bro. Like this, a whole different thing on us, right? Where we're literally in the universe of Mario and some other bullshit, some other entity bullshit is going on, and probably he has to team up with Bowser. You get me? Stuff like that. We don't know.
I know we don't know, but it's just, this is one of those games where I don't know. Like with the Mario, like you said, it's very finicky playing with Mario in any way, shape, or form, unless you know what you're doing.
People are gonna shit on it. You get me? On the movie before it even comes out.
Exactly.
They're like, yo, don't fuck with Mario type of shit. You get me?
See, like, I feel like if they were going to do a Super Mario movie, it would be like going off of Mario Sunshine. You get me? Because that kind of has a little bit more of a sense of a storyline.
So does Odyssey. That's why I'm going off of that one.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
that's why I was telling you that, like an actual basis of a story. I would say either that, Mario Sunshine is good too. Mario Galaxy is pretty well as well.
Yes.
That one's pretty good too. That's what I mean. There's stories they could go off of.
Yes.
Don't go off of like literally OG Mario.
But that's my thing. That's where I believe they are going off of, because even with the roster that we spoke about before, if DK is going to be part of the film, DK is not really known in the Mario world, except for like at the beginning when he was technically the one in charge of
villain.
Yeah. And unless you're playing Mario Kart or even Mario Party.
Or it could be like they're in the same world, since DK is in the movie, they're in the same world and shit like that. And then I don't know. It could be the whole thing like Mario versus Donkey Kong situation.
True, but then where does Bowser fit into that? Because Bowser is part of the roster.
He's the third villain, right? They're fighting within each other.
It's a three-way lock match.
No, not a three-way lock.
They have to team it. They have to team up.
It is the kids' movie. You got to remember that, dude. It is not for you. It is not. You don't.
Well, at this point, considering how much nostalgia stuff they are doing,
no, I don't think so, dude.
I don't know.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna want to like for people who want to see is if they remember Mario, But this is mostly for not for fucking grown men like us. You get me? It is gonna be for
But you know damn
kids,
well that in
like
the
kids,
theater.
I mean kids like that are like 15 and younger, most likely. You get me about this, okay? You got to remember that too.
I'm a kid at heart.
You can't forget that. That's what I'm trying.
A kid at heart.
Yeah, that doesn't help. That makes it worse, if anything, because then you actually want to judge this movie like crazy.
But how many adults? Fuck, what movie was it?
Andre talks about freaking Sonic, but he doesn't really say anything. He's like, "Yeah, it was a good movie. It was a decent movie." Like, you know.
True, but Andre's a whole other situation. He has kids.
That helps too.
Well, yes, that helps. But I'm saying like there was an old other movie that they completely remade that was a kids movie, but it was just pretty much just straight adults. Oh, the Pokemon movie. When they completely remade the whole Pokemon movie. And it was supposed to be still for kids, but the whole theater was just filled up with grown-ass adults watching the Pokemon movie again.
Which Pokemon movie?
The one with Mew and Mewtwo.
What? We were kids when that came out, dude.
No, but I'm saying they remade it.
You talking about the one in Netflix?
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah.
It probably is now, but it was supposed to be in theaters first.
Oh, I don't know. I saw it on... That's what I'm saying. Like, they probably remade it for like that, but it was meant for kids. You get me? Of course... Because we know the
plot,
what those characters are and stuff like that. Of course, we're gonna judge it, bro. You get me?
Yeah.
But again, like I always say, it's not aimed for us. We can judge it and talk about it, right? But that their target is not us. Unfortunately, their target is not us. If we like it, they don't give a fuck. They care if the kids like it.
Well, we're the ones wasting the money for tickets. So.
Oh no, the parents are the ones wasting their money to go and see it with their kids. That's the whole idea. I always preface it that when it comes to certain movies, but definitely I do want to see this movie succeed. I'm not gonna lie to you. I want it to succeed. I just want to know where they're going with the movie. Like, give us a little teaser trailer or something, right?
Yeah,
that's the whole thing. You want to know what happens. You don't want it to fuck it up, especially because it's Mario, right? Yeah. It is a beloved character through many generations of people. People who are older than us, people who are way younger than us, fucking love Mario. So
just give me a Donkey Kong 64 movie. That game was awesome.
They should have just gave us Donkey Kong Country first before the Mario game.
Oh, that's true. Introduce
that premise would have, like, even with no actor talking, it would be
100%. It could be a silent film. It could be a silent film.
And people will still buy the shit out of it. It's just legit.
I think at that point, the only one who really had dialogue was either like the professor type of older, and then what's the alligator boss guy?
King Croc.
King Croc. King Croc. I was gonna say Killer Croc, but I was like, that's DC. Back to DC.
I was gonna say King Dedede, but that's not it either, because that's the
Kirby. Penguin from Kirby.
It's Kirby.
Oh gosh, but yeah, they were pretty much the only ones. I think it's King Croc, right? Give us a minute as we research.
Last second research.
Is it King? Yeah, it's King Croc.
Okay, cool. That was a good guess. I mean, he's a crocodile, so it is, though. Is that, he can't really go off a tangent on what his name is.
Oh, no, it's not King Croc. Ha!
Oh, what the fuck?
It's King K. Rool.
King K. Rool?
K. Rool. K. Period ROOL.
Rule, yeah.
King K. Rool.
King Croc rules, pretty much. That's literally what it is.
No, it's King Cruel.
King Cruel.
Tentacruel. Oh, God.
But yes, back to this point, though.
Yes.
For sure. This movie, maybe they delayed it for some good reason, right?
I don't know.
Something wasn't working a scene and they need more time, or
they realized Chris Pratt wasn't the one.
What, do you want them to switch Chris Pratt?
Listen, at this point, Chris Pratt has the same situation that Robert Pattinson has.
You don't think he has the chops for it?
No, and especially for bringing out like a strong Italian plumber accent.
But the thing is, I don't think any actual Italian actor would want to do this. I'm not gonna lie to you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, even if they don't bring the Italian accent to it, which is fine, Chris Pratt's voice is so distinct. You're not seeing Mario. You're seeing
Chris Pratt with the freaking
Chris Pratt as Mario. If you're gonna change the way Mario talks, then at least give him such a unique voice, almost, where you're not gonna associate him with anything else. If that makes sense.
And I hope Chris Pratt doesn't do like an Italian accent. That's
exactly. That's
unless it's really fucking good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
If it's really fucking good, then I'm like, oh shit, okay. Oh yeah. Damn, that was not expecting that. That's gonna be fucking great. Yeah, I mean, I hope we lean into that, but I don't think we will. You get me?
Yeah.
So we'll see, dude.
We'll see.
That's a shit show for sure.
Yeah. But besides that, do you have anything else you want to talk about? You want to bring up quickly, shout out, or anything?
Next weekend, Doctor Strange movie comes out. That's gonna be
sure. Yes, sir.
I just want to put a little plug for that for people waiting and remembering that shit comes out May 6th, or technically May 5th at midnight, which is that Thursday. So, won't spoil it for us, but that's gonna be a great movie for sure, without a doubt.
Yes. I brought this up to you a little bit earlier. It's obviously not something on your radar, but I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about Overwatch 2, that the beta was within these last few days.
Yep.
And whoever is planning on going back to Overwatch, just remember, like, because of so much, it's going to be completely different. It's practically going to be a whole entire new game because you're only dealing with one tank, no shields. There's a lot of character reworks and developments as well. They should be introducing new characters as well, new maps and new different game modes. So it's a little iffy right now, the game, we could say. The beta did well. Everything looked well, played well, was smooth and stuff.
That's what I've heard too.
But just like I said, because it is pretty much completely remade in a way, and it's getting out pushed super quick with this new company situation that's going on with them. Just keep that open mind. I know I'm not fully a spokesperson for Overwatch, but I kind of enjoy the game. I need to dust off my skills in regular Overwatch before Overwatch 2. But
yeah. So wait, if that's the alpha, when does like the actual like public beta come out? Most likely.
Well, the beta was out. Beta was out yesterday. Alpha was like a few weeks ago.
I thought that was the alpha that people were playing.
No, beta was right now.
Are you sure? Okay.
I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so if that's the beta, then yeah, I would say within like the next month or so it comes out, right?
Hopefully. Yeah, I don't think there was a set date yet because of
reworks and shit.
Because there was a whole
the feedback that comes out with this beta, right? I guess
exactly
to rework a lot of shit.
Exactly, and with the whole situation that they were dealing with the lawsuits and stuff, there was no set dates on anything or a lot of games, like even with their Diablo series and stuff. Ever since that company merger with Microsoft, things started just getting pushed out so quickly. But I still don't think there are set dates on many of their projects,
like their titles and stuff.
Yeah,
one thing that people are waiting that's coming from Blizzard, Activision, is probably Starfield. Sure.
Yes,
I'm waiting for that too.
That's what I'm saying. I think they're just trying to.
I'm definitely looking forward to playing. So yeah, I think you're right. I think they're trying to literally push out games as soon as possible,
just to like get them back on the map, trying to get attention off of that other stuff and just prove that this merger was is going to be successful when they're
and actually change the company image and stuff.
Exactly.
Right. So we'll see.
So.
I mean, we'll see. Can't really say it has changed because it really hasn't yet.
Yeah. Well, not that we've seen, anyways.
Yeah, like in the face of it, like in the background, who knows what's going on, right?
Exactly.
So, a whole shit ton of things changed.
Yeah. But besides that, Leche, where can people find you?
People can find me at home.
Oh my gosh.
No, but people can find me at Instagram at Leche, or you guys can follow me at Twitch at TechnoFreak95. And how about you, dude?
And then I am also on Twitch and on Instagram at OneAlphaPenguin. You guys could follow the podcast at TakeASip_pod on Instagram and youtube.com/takeasip, where we post all the episodes if that's easier for you to listen. We're also on Amazon Podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Actually, I think there's an Amazon Podcast section, and I'm pretty sure we're on that as well. There is that. Oh my God, I completely forgot the outros. It is allergy season. Allergies are starting to hit even me as well. So if you hear random sneezes throughout the podcast, I apologize. But yes, take care of yourself during allergy season. Drink some water. Take some Zyrtec. Drink some water. Take some Zyrtec. Take care of yourselves. Mental health should be coming first before your physical health, for the most part, anyways. And we will see you all next week. Bye-bye.
See you guys.